I was watching Charles do the 80-year memory of, I think it's D-Day, isn't it? Early June. And the moment I caught my eyes on this video, I could see that he's superimposed into the footage. Just give me the time to show you. There is a line which goes down his face here. That's where it is. This is different to this. There's a line. And I also caught some very weird things happening with his eyes. I mean, we know he's got blue eyes. He's also an emperor, owns at least a quarter of the place we live on, and his teeth are really bad. I'm not saying mine are perfect, by the way, but his teeth are very bad, considering he's got all the money in the world to sort his teeth out. Blimey! Well, I was actually trying to find a young Charles to see what his teeth looked like when he was younger, when I came across that picture of his dad, and they've got the same teeth. How could they have exactly the same teeth? That is just ridiculous. Come on. I mean, the nose and the mouth and everything looks the same, doesn't it? So there's his teeth. And there's Charles's teeth. They are the same teeth. How can that be? How can he have exactly the same teeth as his dad? And he's got blue eyes. You can see he's got blue eyes, unlike the rest of this footage. Well, I think that's crazy. You can't really see his top teeth. I'm talking about the bottom teeth. But when I play this, you can see that it's a layer. Well, that's what I see. It's a layer which goes down here. So why don't we see blue eyes? Do you see the mask? His right cheek, our left cheek. And also, the papers are rustling around and moving so and he wants to take off, and he's a big thing and he's rattling around the paper, but not one hair on his head is moving.
Remove 8 decades later to imagine the emotion of that. It is a near impossible task to imagine the emotion of that day. The pride of being part of so great an enterprise, now tragically dwindling to so few. It is our privilege. The Allied actions of that day ensured the forces of freedom secured first a toehold in Normandy, then liberated France, and ultimately the whole of Europe from the stranglehold of a brutal totalitarianism.
Yet you can hear the wind through the microphone. It means the whole thing is made. Do you see how weird that bit is on his face? That's because the join is there, here. It was actually quite hard when blowing it up, to be honest. Because it's slightly blurry. You can actually see it better when you're pulled out, but most people don't notice these things. I do. See, look at those. Where's his blue eyes? So he wasn't really there. And also, I don't think it's right round here. A bit of his jacket's missing. And the teeth, I don't know. It's a bit... We've got some juicy bits coming up in a minute. But his teeth, I mean, he's got all the money in the world. And he's got, as I say, mine aren't perfect. But look at his lip. Look at how his lip went. Look at that. Where's his lip? It's all wiggly wobbly. It's really weird. I put this video out to say how much William's nose had changed. He's got that nose now. But anyway, for me, it was this join down here. We're run by these. See, look at the difference. This is different to this. They're different. There's a black bit there. There's no black bit there. And it's touching his collar. But it's not really, is it? Oh, it's all weird. It's just not real. I mean, look at that. As if it would be like that. And he's got a weird thing going on here as well. Look at that. It's like a pair of pincers or something. Well, that doesn't look right to me. It's all just bananas. Look at that, he's got like a shadow around his, like up here, around his ear and round there. Like a shadow. You see, I've zoomed in a bit more and, oh, I'm sorry, the join is just there. We're going to play that a little bit again. The join. Come on, move on. The join, here, look, do you see it? And look at his eye. There's a few really weird bits coming up now. As if he'd look like that, but you see, he's just a composite. And a lot of down here doesn't look right either. Look at that, what's that and all this? This just doesn't look right. Look at his eye. He has blue eyes. Look at his face now. That eyelid is not the same as that eyelid. And see all the specks on him? That's because it's CGI'd in. See, there's one there, and there's one there. Why give us Kate when they're still doing it? And they're running it. His little Minnie's coming in. One of the little potty cats. Look at his eyes. Oh my God, it's disgusting. Come on. It was quite crazy in this speech after doing what totalitarian is, and I think everybody's under that. He was saying that this is what this was about, freedom, because other tyrannies and totalitarianism. And I'm thinking, but that's how you're running us. And look at the join. I'm sorry, this is different to this. Do you see it? The line goes down here. Do you see it on the face? Do you see it? This is superimposed onto the background. I mean, look at his ears. Look at it all. I've only slowed the footage down. Just a little bit. And even when I stop, this is what it looks like. It's not, oh yes, and it's got this really weird thing going on here. I mean, how can that happen? See it? This sort of thing turns up. Whatever that is. See, they're so used to you buying everything, they don't care when they make mistakes. They actually don't care. Look at his eye. Look at his chin. Look at the shadow around him. That is just not right. That is someone manipulating the footage. Even the microphone looks a bit wonky. So I just obviously slowed the footage down and just blew it up a little bit. Just because, you know, I can see He's joined. Oh, he looked like Putin then. Let's look at that again. Of course, yes, they're cousins, aren't they? Let's have a look. Do I see it again? There. Well, maybe he doesn't, but they are related anyway. And you know, he has blue eyes, not black or brown or whatever colour that is. It's definitely not blue. Look how small his eyes are there. Look at this interference on the microphone there. We do have a bit more juicy. Look at the colour of those. Is that blue? No. That means it's a composite. It's a composite. We're run by these things. You think he's been there and had the speech, but all it is they made this months ago. They made it months ago, so nobody in the footage is real. It can't be, because no one's going to say, oh look, I'm there, but they weren't there. So there's this join here. But when I blow it up a bit more, it just gets blurry. But look at that, so he's turned his head now. But it doesn't turn, it goes from one thing to the next. It's like it jumps the frames. But that's because it's not real. And that line is down there. So this is a mask on top of that. I think they showed us in the AI film, you know, when they put the face on, or they put AI a face on, it's the same thing. And that doesn't even look like Prince Charles. It does a bit now, I suppose, but it's so strange. Look at his nose. It's strange that William has the same nose as him. Look at that, see, it's just not real. Where's his cheek gone? He's got no cheek, it's all flat. It's 2D, because it wasn't real in the first place. It's been made. Okay, for the next soap opera, we'll put him on doing a speech about it's so great we don't have totalitarianism, but that's just what we have. YouTube's a part of it, otherwise they wouldn't do what they did. And don't forget the BBC's in there because they're broadcasting in the UK, so it has to be. Look at his eye. Look at his left eye. He hasn't got an eye. If you're really there, you're really there. It's all the footage that they give us. I see this. You can see that the one eye is different to the other eye. Deary, deary me. He looked more like Chris Tarrant then. Just for that second. But that face is definitely superimposed on the top. But it's always going to have mistakes in it because it wasn't real. And they've had to make it. So it's going to have mistakes in it. Look at his teeth. I just don't understand with a man with that much money that he wouldn't have got a brace at some time. Can't have done the other eye yet. We've got to get to that bit. That's just so bizarre when that comes up. It could be because this footage is deep faked with someone else, which is why when he closes his eyes, you can see that they're different eyes. And see, they're not blue there, are they? And he has blue eyes. What's this bit coming now? Oh, it must be the next bit now. There's those terrible teeth. He does look very like his dad. Considering they ousted him from power, the children look like their dad. And he's a Romanov. So it's a really windy day and not one hair on his head moves. But he's fighting with the paper. There it is. Did you see it? It's a mistake, see, because it's been made. Look at that layer on his face. But look at that. So they're almost a millionth of a second early, because that's him with his eye open, and it's in there when his eye's supposed to be closed. So open, then he blinks, it's supposed to be closed, but the eye is still there. It's only there for a tiny little bit, but it doesn't matter. It shouldn't be there at all, because if it was real, that wouldn't be happening. There, it's there. I just find it embarrassing that YouTube don't see it. And if they don't see it, it's because they're part of it. How can I have been treated and say that I am harmful to the people when we're looking at a king that and it's not correct? It's been composited or CGI'd or whatever it is, deep faked, and then made into a video, pretending that he's at this speech. Look at his neck. Why give us Kate and call me harmful to the people? It's the other way round. There you go, look, there's that layer. Let's go back to that. That was a good bit there. Let's go back. Oh, that was the eye. Where is it? Let's just get onto it. We'll stop it when it comes on. Have I missed it? I might have missed it. The neck's just not good. That's because it's all a cartoon. Oh, I think we must have missed it. It must be back up here. Let's go back up here. There's the extra eye. Crazy. It just cannot be. But it is. Look at that. Pretending that he's really there when he's not, and it's all been made. And someone's accidentally stuck an eye in. And I'm harmful to the people. What, for noticing the mistakes? So of course I'd be harmful to the game. Where is it? I want his neck. Oh, there you go. There's the added bit. Do you see it? Do you see that this is different to this? This is added. Don't shoot the messenger. It's not my fault. It's like this. Oh, look at the microphone, the top of the microphone and everything, his neck. Don't sit where that bit is. Come on, come back. Maybe it's after this bit. There. Now do you see it? Look. Do you see that this has been put in? There, it's joined. This, look at that, there. This doesn't belong to this. Do you see that? I haven't put that in there. I'm sorry, just slamming the footage down isn't going to do that. But at normal speed, you just don't see it. So, why couldn't we have really seen Charles? Anyway, the video is kind of coming to the end now. Join. I just wish that we could have really seen him. Like, why couldn't have William have done it? There you go, look at the difference, look at that. Why couldn't William have done it if he was ill? Radio anyway. And this one wasn't real either. Minutes, to be honest. There you go, look. Just here. Why couldn't we have seen the real Charles? Why doesn't YouTube notice the problems here? And B, we don't want this sort of thing on our channel. You see it? But they do, they love it, and they see me as the problem. For showing you that there's a problem. And they could put the software in, and then we wouldn't have to see these things at all, because there's the line, because the CGI stuff just wouldn't make it in. It would reject it, and we wouldn't see it. So they don't really want to protect you. I just see it as a place to get rid of people who are talking about things in the totalitarian life we live with the cartoons. Sorry, that's what I see. It's not my fault. I'm just the messenger.